Hello everyone, welcome to our new video. In this video, we'll show you how to set up GA4 server-side tagging. Okay, so if you want to set up server-side tagging for Google Analytics 4, then you can consider watching this video. So without any further delay, let's get started. So you can see over here, we have come to a official documentation of Google where we'll be learning about setting up GA4 server-side tagging. Okay, so you can see over here configuring the Google Analytics 4 data stream, and they have given us some documentation about the Google Analytics 4 client. First, you need to set up a client in the server container. A client is a tag manager resource type that intercepts certain types of incoming HTTP requests and generates events that are passed to a destination like Google Analytics 4. So you can see over here, we'll be using a GA4 client. Okay, then yeah, they have told us to set up a GA4 client. Okay, so this is very useful doc. So I'm gonna share this in the video description so that you can learn more about GA4 server-side tagging. And we have come to another documentation where they have told us how to set up GA4 server-side tagging. The standard default Google Tag Manager implementation of GA4 is client-side tracking. It means that client in this situation, users browser like Google Chrome or Mozilla is responsible for launching GTM or GA4 script and sending them to Google. Okay. So in this article, we'll introduce another approach and we'll implement server-side tracking where tracking scripts are processed by server, not client. This solution has some advantages. So one of the advantages are reduced load on a page, reduce the impact of ad blockers, include user provided data from your website, control what kind of data is sent to vendors. Okay, and there are some disadvantages as well. It is a paid solution. You have to pay for the server, so you can either use Google Cloud Platform or you can use Step. Okay, so yeah, it is a platform, paid platform, and we have to rent a server. That's why we have to pay some money to the rented server. Okay, you need to additional effort to set up your account in Google Cloud Console or Step. You will also need to make some adjustment in your domain settings in order to set up custom domain for your app engine in Google Cloud Server if you want to use full potential of server-side tagging. So they are basically saying about the first-party data collection means collecting our own domains data. So in the last video, I have shown you how to set up uh, first-party data, using subdomain and how to add DNS records. So hopefully you have watched my previous video. So we are gonna be using Step server. If you want, you can use Google Cloud, not an issue actually. So you can see over here, this is our custom domain, and you can see the status is ready, and we have added this DNS records to our cPanel. So yeah, and you can see we have created uh, a web container. Okay, so in the previous video I have shown you how to set up Facebook conversion API, so we are going to be using the same container. Similarly, we have set up server container as well. Okay, perfect. Then you can see over here, additionally we have set up Google Analytics 4 account, so we are going to be using this website. So I have created a data stream or GA4 property with this name, you can see. Okay, perfect. Then I'm gonna share this doc file link in the video description so that you can learn more how to set up. You can learn more about setting up GA4 server-side tagging. Okay, perfect. So for server-side tagging using GA4, we need to set up client-side tracking first. Like we need to set up browser-side tracking, and we'll be using GA4 client for sending the data to the server side. So initially we need to set up client-side or browser-side tracking for GA4. So without any further delay, let's do it. Okay. So first of all, we need to set up GA4 base tag. So I have already set up a GA4 base tag in Facebook Conversion API video. So we are going to be using this. So I'm going to change the measurement ID. Okay. So let's go to the admin section from our GA4, and if I click on data collection, we have an option called data streams. Then this is our data stream, so I'm going to click on it, and this is our measurement ID. So I'm going to copy it from here. It has been copied, and I'm going to enter the tag ID as this one. Okay, perfect. Then if you go to here, then you can see we're using server container URL as this one actually. Yeah, so we're using this subdomain for first party data collection. Okay, then event ID, KBP, FBC, first party data. So everything is fine. I'm gonna click on save. So GA4 base tag has been installed. Okay, so I'll set up comprehensive GA4 e-commerce tracking. That means I'll be covering all of the things, like we are gonna be following this official documentation. So we'll be starting from view item list, and most probably will be ending in the purchase event. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get it started. So GA4 base tag has been installed. Let's create. So before creating tags, what I will basically do, I'll create all the necessary variables, then I'll create all the necessary triggers, and in the later part of the video, I'll create the necessary tags. Okay, so I'm in the variable section. So I'll go to the official documentation of Google Analytics 4, and if I create variables for purchase event, then I don't need to create variables for other events, because if you create variables for purchase events, then all of the events will be covered, So they have given us instruction. So this is the data layer schema. So I have enabled the data layer, so I don't need to think about it. So what I need to do, I need to create the data layer variable first. So most probably I have created a data layer variable for e-commerce items. So let me check it. E-commerce, yeah, this one. So e-commerce item is covered, so I don't need to create another one. So let's go to official documentation and copy e-commerce transaction ID. So we are going to be creating a data layer variable for e-commerce transaction ID, and I'll name the variable as e-commerce transaction ID, and I'm going to choose variable configuration as data layer variable, and I'll uh, copy the value from here. So e-commerce transaction ID. So you can use the official documentation, or if you want, you can go to the tag assistant section, and from the data layer section of each event, you can collect the data layer variable, or you can create the data layer variable. Okay, perfect. So my data layer schema and for the website and the official data layer schema for GA4 are same. That's why I'm collecting from here. Okay, so if it is different, so then what you can do, you can go to tag assistant, then create data layer variables from the tag assistant. Okay, perfect. Then e-commerce value, most probably I have a data layer variable for e-commerce value. Yeah, this one. So DLV value. So I don't need to create another one for this. So what I can do, I can create it. I'll name this as e-commerce value, and I'm gonna choose data layer variable. Then I'm gonna copy this value from here and paste it over here. Okay, perfect. Then the next variable is e-commerce tags. So I'm gonna copy e-commerce tags from here and paste it over here, and I'm gonna be choosing data layer variable, and I'm gonna enter the value as e-commerce dot tags. Then I'll create another variable for e-commerce shipping. So I'm gonna copy the name from here. So you can name it as per your requirements, but make sure that you are naming this section according to this documentation, you know. So I'm gonna provide the name as e-commerce shipping, then e-commerce currency. I'll click on new and name the variable as e-commerce currency, and I'm gonna be choosing data layer variable, and I'll provide the value as e-commerce dot currency. Okay, cool. Then most probably the last variable I'm gonna be creating is for e-commerce coupon. Okay, so I'm gonna copy e-commerce coupon from here. Just wait a little bit. E-commerce coupon. Then I'll click on new, and I'm gonna name the variable as this one, e-commerce dot coupon. This one. So I'll be choosing data layer variable and give the value as e-commerce dot coupon. Okay, perfect. Then I'll go to the trigger section. So we have created a trigger for these 5 events: add to cart, checkout, purchase, view cart, view content. Okay, so I'm gonna create variables for other events as well. So let's start with select an item. No, actually view item list. So let's create a trigger for view item list. View item list. Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to be choosing the trigger configuration as custom event, and I'll provide the value like this, view item list, and I will click on save. Then I'll scroll down a little bit. Then we are going to be creating a trigger for select item. Okay, so I can either copy it or create a new. So I'm going to create a new and name the trigger as select item. Select item trigger, and I'm going to be choosing trigger configuration as custom event and give the name as select item. Then the next trigger I'll be creating is for view item. So view item has already been created. You can see over here, view item trigger. View content is basically view item. Okay, cool. Then if I scroll down a little bit, so add to cart has also been created. You can see over here, custom event, add to cart. Then if I scroll down a little bit, we have add to wish list. So I'll be creating a trigger for add to wish list. I don't know whether we have add to wish list or not in our website. Let me check. Okay, if it is not available, then maybe in your case it is available. Okay, no worries. So we don't have any add to wish list, but I can create it. I can create it. So I'll click on new and name the trigger as add to wish list. And I'm gonna be choosing the trigger configuration as custom event, and I'll give the event name as add to wish list. Then if I scroll down a little bit, then you can see we have already created a trigger for view cart. Yeah, this one. So we don't need to create it again. Then remove from cart. So we need to create a trigger for remove from cart. So I'll be clicking on new and name the trigger as remove from cart. Okay. So I'll choose the trigger configuration as custom event and provide the event name as remove from cart. Okay, perfect. Then I'll scroll down a little bit. Initiate checkout. So we have already created a trigger for begin checkout. So this is the checkout trigger. And if I scroll down a little bit, this is for add shipping info. So we can create a trigger for add shipping info. So I'm gonna click on new and name the trigger as add shipping info, and I'm gonna choose trigger configuration as custom event and name the event as add shipping info. Okay, perfect. Then if I scroll down a little bit, we have another trigger to be created. This is add payment info. So I'm gonna create a new trigger and I'll name it as add payment info, and I'll choose trigger configuration as custom event and I'll provide the event name as add payment info. Okay, cool. Then this is for the purchase. So I have already created a trigger for purchase. You can see over here. Then this is for the refund. So let's create a trigger for refund. Okay. So I'm gonna copy the trigger name and I'll provide, or I'll click on new and name the trigger as refund trigger, and I'm gonna be choosing trigger configuration as custom event and we'll give the name as refund. Okay, perfect. So I'll click on save. Then you have a tag for apply promotion. So this is the last trigger I'm gonna be creating. Actually, this is view promotion trigger. So I'm gonna copy the event name and go to the tag assistant and I'll click on new and name the trigger as view promotion. And I'll click on trigger configuration and I'm gonna choose custom event and give the event name as view promotion. Okay, so I'll click on save. So we have created all the necessary triggers. So let's go to the tag section. So the first tag we are going to be creating will be for most probably view item list. Okay, so data layer variable, we need to create some additional data layer variable for view item list. Okay, e-commerce item is already there. E-commerce item list ID and item list name needs to be created. Okay, so let's click on new and I'll name the event like this: GA4 event name, then view item list. So you can follow this schema. Actually, you can use your own schema or you can use your own pattern actually. So I basically use this pattern. I'll click on tag configuration. Mm, so what I need to do before creating it, I need to go to the variable section because I need to change the GA4 measurement ID. Most probably I didn't change it. GA4 measurement ID. Yeah, this was not changed. So I'm gonna copy this from here and paste it over here. Okay. So I'll click on save. Then I'll go to the tag section here for base tag. Let's see we are using the same or not. So if I paste it, yeah, we are using the same. So we are in the tag section. I'm gonna click on new and I'll name the tag as GA4 event name view item list. Okay, so I'll choose tag configuration and I'm going to be clicking on Google Analytics and I'm going to be choosing Google Analytics GA4 event. So I'm going to be using GA4 measurement ID, which I have already created. You can see over here Google tag found in this container, and I'll give the event name as this one, view item list. Okay, I'll be choosing include user provided data from your website, and we have created this user provided data for passing first party data, you know. So yeah, and in the event parameter section, I'll be giving some event parameter name. So you can see over here for view item list event, we need these parameters, okay, or these data layer variables. Okay, perfect. So actually this is the parameters, and previously we created data layer variable. So in the event parameters section, I'm going to be using this one, items. Then I'll be using item list ID. Okay, so I need to create a data layer variable for item list ID, and I need to create a data layer variable for item list name as well. Okay, and as you know, I have already created a data layer variables for e-commerce items. So I'm going to be using this one right now, e-commerce items, this one. So for creating a new data layer variable, what you can do, you can click on this and you can click on the plus button and you can name the data layer variable like this, e-commerce item list ID. I'm going to copy the name from here and paste it over here, and I'm going to be choosing data layer variable from here, and I'm going to be copying the value from here, e-commerce.item.list ID. Okay, so I'm going to click on save, and we need to create another data layer variable for item list name. So I'm going to click on this and I'll click on new, and I will copy this name from here, e-commerce item list name, and I'm going to be choosing data layer variable from here, and I'm going to be providing this value. I'll click on save. So you can see over here we have created two data layer variables for this, and this one has already been created. So if you go to here, then you can see we need these three event parameters, item list ID, item list name. So we have uh, already created them. So I need to go to the triggering section and I'm going to be choosing view item list trigger, and I'll click on save. So for showing you whether I have created user provided data or not, then and go to the data layer variable. This on user provided data. So you can see over here customer billing email, customer billing phone, customer billing first name, last name, address, city, state, country, and postal code. So in the Facebook conversion API video, I have created it. So if you don't know how to create it, I would suggest you to watch the Facebook conversion API video first, then create the variables, user provided data variables actually. So if I go to the tag, then what I can do, I can copy this existing tag, then modify it. So I'm gonna copy this tag and modify the name as, so the next tags I'm gonna be creating is for select item. Okay, so I'm gonna name this as GA4 event name select item. Select item, and I'll remove list from here. And we're gonna be using GA4 measurement ID include user provided data is this one. Then I need to change the event name. So I'm gonna be using select item as event name. Okay, perfect. Then if I go to the event parameters, then you can see we need these three parameters: items, item ID, list name. So this is same for view item list, so I don't need to create anything over here. So we're going to be using this one. In the more items, we don't need to do anything, and I'll change the triggering. Okay, so instead of view item list, I'm going to be using select item trigger. Okay, perfect. Then I'll click on save. So we have created two triggers. Then I'm going to copy this trigger and use it for the next tag. So the next tag will be maybe view item. Yeah, this one, view item. Okay, so it has been copied, so I'll modify the tag name J4 event name view item. Okay, and event name would be view item. So I'm gonna copy it from here and give the event name as view item. And in the event parameter section, we need to make some changes, So item value and currency items is already there. Then instead of these two event parameters, I'm gonna be using value and currency. Okay, so I'll copy value from here and I'll copy currency from here as well. This one, currency. So instead of using e-commerce item ID, I'm gonna use the data layer variable actually. So what I can do, I can use, let me check, e-commerce.value. Okay, so I can use e-commerce value over here. So I'll search for e-commerce value. This one is e-commerce value, and we're gonna be using e-commerce currency. So this one, and instead of using select item trigger, I'm gonna be choosing view item trigger or view content trigger. This one. Okay, perfect. I'll click on save. Then I'll copy the view item tag. For copying it, I'll click on this three dot and I'm gonna rename the trigger, tag as GA4 event name. Then most probably the next tag is add to cart, right? Yes. So I'll name the tag as add to cart. Okay. So I'll go to the event name section and I'm gonna copy the event name from here and paste it over here. Okay, perfect. Then if you go to the official documentation, then you can see we need to pass these three event parameters: items, value, and currency. So for view item and for add to cart, the event parameters are same. So you can see over here we don't need to change anything, okay, other than this trigger name. So I'm gonna change the trigger name as add to cart trigger. Okay, perfect. Then the next tag I'm going to be creating is for add to wish list. Okay, so event parameters are also same for add to wish list, same as view content or view item and add to cart items, value, and currency. So what I can do, I can copy the add to cart tag and then modify it. So for copying it, I'll click on it and I'll modify it GA4 event add to wish list. So I'll go to the add to cart section and I'm gonna copy the event name as add to wish list. So yeah, I'm gonna use it over here, and we are not gonna be changing any event parameters because they're same as add to cart and view item. Okay, so I'll change sorry, I'll change the triggering and I'm gonna be using add to wish list trigger. Okay, this one, perfect. So I'll click on save. Then the next tag I'm gonna be creating will be for view cart. Okay, so for view cart, let's see whether we need to change anything or not. So the event parameters are same: items, value, and currency. So we don't need to change anything other than the triggering. So I'll go to the add to wish list. Then I'm gonna copy this tag and I'll name the event as GA4 event name. Then I'll provide the event name as view cart. Okay, cool. Then I'll modify or I'll change the event name and I'm gonna go to the official documentation and copy this event name from here. Let me copy it again and I'm gonna use it over here. Okay, perfect. Then we don't need to change any event parameters, uh, so we'll change the trigger and I'm gonna be using the trigger as view cart trigger. Okay, so I'll click on stay here and I'll click on save. Then the next tag I'm gonna be creating will be for remove from cart. Okay, so items, value, and currency, we don't need to change anything in the event parameters section. Okay, so what I can do, I can copy the view cart tag and then I can modify the changes. Okay, so sorry, this is for the Facebook. I need to copy it for GA4. Okay, so I'll click on copy, then I'll name this event as GA4 remove from cart. Event name remove from cart. Okay, perfect. So I'll go to the event name section and I'm gonna copy the event name from here and paste it over here. Okay, perfect. Then items, value, and currency. Items, value, and currency. So I don't need to change anything. Then I'll remove this trigger and I'm gonna be using remove from cart trigger. So I'll click on save. Then the next tag I'm gonna be creating will be for initiate checkout or begin checkout. So let's see, we need to make an additional parameter which is for coupon. Okay, so let's go to the remove from cart event and let's copy it. GA4 event name, initiate checkout, or maybe begin checkout. Yeah, begin checkout is better. Begin checkout. So initiate checkout is used for Facebook, and for GA4 it is called begin checkout. So I'll change the event name and I'm gonna give the event name as begin checkout. Okay, perfect. So the additional parameter I need to use is items, value, currency, and coupon. So I'm gonna copy coupon from here. And I have created a data layer variable for coupon. So I'm gonna use it from here, e-commerce coupon, this one. Okay, perfect. And I'll change the triggering and use the triggering as checkout trigger, most probably. Yeah, this one. I'll click on save. Then the next tag I'm gonna be creating will be for add shipping info. So e-commerce items, value, currency, coupon, and shipping tag. So we need to create an additional data layer variable for shipping tag. Okay, so we will create it, not an issue. So let's go to the tag assistant and GA4 begin checkout. So I'm gonna copy this tag and I'll modify the tag name as add shipping info. So this will be for add shipping info. So I'm gonna remove begin checkout and I'll give the event name as add shipping info, and I'll provide the event name as add shipping info and items, value, currency, coupon, and we need to create another additional parameters. You can see over here items, value, currency, coupon, shipping tag. So let's copy it first, shipping tag, and use it in the event parameter section. And I'm gonna create a data layer variable for shipping tag. So what I can do, I can copy the data layer variable name from here. So what you can do, you can name it as per your requirements, but what I basically do, I use the official documentation for creating data layer variable. Okay, sorry, it is not copying somehow. Just wait a little bit. E-commerce shipping tire. Yeah, I'll name the variable as e-commerce shipping tire, and I'm gonna be choosing data layer variable from here, and I'll be providing the value as this one, e-commerce shipping tire. Okay, perfect. I'll click on save. So you can see over here we have created data layer variable for shipping tire, and instead of using checkout trigger, I'm gonna be using uh, add shipping info, most probably add shipping info, right? Add shipping info, yes. So I'll click on save. Then I'll copy uh, the add shipping info tag. Okay, and the next tag I'm going to be creating is for add payment info, most probably. Yeah, this one, add payment info. So I'm going to copy the event name, and instead of using add shipping, I'll be using add payment info, and instead of using add shipping info in the event time section, I'm gonna be using add payment info and items value currency coupon shipping tag. Let's go to here and you can see items value currency coupon, and I need to create it for payment type. So instead of using shipping tag, I'm gonna be using payment type. Okay, so I need to create a data layer variable for that. So for creating a data layer variable, I'll click on this plus button and I'm gonna copy the variable name from here, and I'll be choosing data layer variable from here, and I'll give the value. I'll take the value from here and paste it over here. Okay, perfect. I'll click on save. So you can see over here, we have created a data layer variable for e-commerce payment type. Okay, so instead of using add shipping info, I'm gonna be using add payment info for this. Okay, add payment info this one. So I'll click on save. So the next variable I'll be creating is for purchase. Okay, so I'll copy add payment info, and I'm gonna modify the tag name as GA4 event name. I'll name the event as purchase. Okay, I like the purchase event. So I'm gonna copy the event name and use it over here. Then if we go to the official documentation, then you can see we need items, transaction ID, value, tax, shipping, currency, coupon. So item is already there. We need to create it for transaction ID. So we don't need any payment type. So I need to use data layer variable for transaction ID. So e-commerce transaction ID is already available. Items, value, currency, coupon, transaction ID. Then tax, we need to use the tax as event parameters. Then most probably we need to use another one, which is shipping. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Then let's see, shipping, this one, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, perfect. Then we're gonna be using e-commerce tax, this one. Then we're gonna be using e-commerce shipping. Okay, cool. And instead of using add payment info trigger, I'm gonna be using purchase trigger. Okay, so I'll click on save. Then we'll go to the official documentation. Then we're gonna be creating a trigger for refund. So the parameters are same as purchase, and 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I can copy the purchase tag and I'll modify the trigger name or tag name as GA4 event name. Instead of purchase, I'll give the event name as refund. So I'll give the event name according to the official documentation. Refund would be the event name, and all the event parameters and their respective values will be same. Okay, so instead of purchase trigger, I'm gonna be using refund trigger. Okay, this one. Stay here. I'll click on save. Is there any trigger to be created? Most probably one. This will be for apply promotion or view promotion. So e-commerce creative name, commerce creative slot, e-commerce promotion ID, e-commerce promotion name, e-commerce items. Okay, so yeah, we need to create another tag for view promotion or apply promotion. So what I can do, I can copy the purchase event actually. Where is the purchase? Yeah, this one. No, this is Facebook. GA4 event, or I can copy the refund tag. So I'm gonna copy the refund tag. So I'll click on unpause GA4 event name, maybe apply promotion or view promotion. Okay, so I'll go to the event name section and copy this. So it is better to give the name as view promotion, and I'll change the event name from refund to view promotion, and we're gonna be using this event parameters. So creative name, so we'll have only items, and I need to remove all of them. So creative name, then creative slot, then promotion ID, then promotion name, 1 2 3 4 5 promotion name. So we don't need any tax and shipping info, so I'm gonna delete it. Okay, so I need to create this for data layer variable. So for creating them, I'm gonna click on this plus, and I'll click on this plus again, and I'll name it like this, e-commerce creative name. I'm gonna copy it from here, and I'll name the variable as this one, and I'll be choosing data layer variable, and I'm gonna copy this value, e-commerce creative name, and use it over here. So creative name, then creative slot, promotion ID, promotion name. Okay, so for creative slot, I'm gonna create another data layer variable, and I'll name it as e-commerce creative slot. Data layer variable, then sorry, this one, e-commerce creative slot. I'll click on save. Then for promotion ID, I'm gonna create another data layer variable, e-commerce promotion ID. I'll name it as e-commerce promotion ID, and I'm gonna be choosing data layer variable, e-commerce promotion ID, and I'm gonna give the variable name like this, and the last variable I'm gonna be creating is for e-commerce promotion name. Sorry, I'm having some problem for copying this variable name. Yeah, I have copied it. So I'll click on plus and name the variable as e-commerce promotion name, and I'm gonna be choosing data layer variable, and I'll be using this e-commerce promotion name. Okay, perfect. So we are done. Then instead of using refund trigger, I'm gonna use apply promotion and view promotion. This one, view promotion trigger, and I'll click on save. Okay, so yeah, all of the events has been covered. So if you want any other custom events, then what you can do, you can use the custom JavaScript variable. Okay, perfect. So we have created all the necessary variables, tags, and triggers. Okay, and this is for browser site tracking. So I'm gonna click on preview section. Let's see whether it is working or not. So I'm gonna click on connect, and we can check it from the admin section as well. Okay, debug there. It is connecting. Just wait a little bit. You can see over here GA4 base tag has fired one time. So if I click on this product, let's see what happens. GA4 view item list, GA4 select item, then we'll have GA4 view item. Okay, so it is working. So if I go to the view item, then you can see event name is view item, there'll be value, currency, there'll be item category. So we have used e-commerce item list name. So this is e-commerce items, then e-commerce value, this is the user provided data. Okay, so everything is working properly. If I add this product to the cart, I'm gonna click on this view cart. Let's click on the summary section. So let's see if we stagger firing. Here for event name, view item, select item, view item, add to cart, view cart, remove from cart. Okay, so everything is working properly. So for showing the remove cart, I have removed this item from the cart. So I'm gonna click on return to the shop, and I'll quickly uh, choose a product, for example this one. Then I'll add this product to the cart. I'll click on view cart. I'm gonna click on checkout. I need to provide my billing informations. District is Faridpur. Where is Faridpur? Yeah, this one. So I'm gonna click on place order. Yeah, thank you. Your order has been received. Let's go to the tag assistant and see add to cart, view cart, remove from cart, begin checkout and purchase. So we don't have any apply shipping and apply payment info. Sorry, shipping info and payment info. That's why the tag is not working, you know. We don't have any add to wish list, add shipping info, add payment info. We don't have any refund event and view promotion. So if you have these uh, events, then it will be working properly, no worries. So if I go to the purchase event, then you can see we are getting the value and currency. This is e-commerce items. Similarly, transaction ID, commerce value, tax. We don't have any tax. That's why it is not showing any. And this is the user provided data, and everything is working properly. Purchase customer info, purchase city. So everything is working fine. everything is working properly. Let's go to the analytics. It is also, it is connecting, that's why it is not showing. Let me refresh it just a little bit. It is connecting, so it will also be working. Okay, so let's implement GA4 server side tagging. Okay, so let's work on GA4 server container. So I have already created a GA4 server container, so I created it for Facebook conversion API video. So if you haven't watched the video, I would suggest you to watch the video again. And I'll click on new, and I'll name the tag as GA4 server side tagging, and I'm going to be choosing tag configuration as Google Analytics for GA4 event. Then I need to provide the measurement ID, so I'll go to the admin section, data collection, data stream. Then I'm going to use this measurement ID. Enable Google Signals for personalized data, and I'm going to be choosing event name from here. Include user provide data from your website. Okay, and I'll use the triggering as GA4 trigger. I'll name the trigger as GA4 client trigger. I'll go to the custom section, and I'm going to choose some event. Client names equals GA4. Okay, perfect. I'll click on save. Then if you are using Facebook conversion API and GA4 server side tagging at the same time, then if you don't want to pass uh, some additional informations like their actually, if I go to here just a little bit, this one is for Facebook conversion API, right? Yes. So if I go to the bottom section, then you can see over here, if you don't want to pass this information because this is not required for GA4, so you can exclude this parameter. So yeah, even parameters to exclude. So I'm gonna click on add row, and I'm gonna be using this one, then this one as well. Content name, content IDs, or content type. Then FBC is okay, fine. So these are the four parameters I want to exclude: content category, ID, name, type. Okay, and I'm gonna click on save. So we have set up GA4 server side tagging from the server side container. So let's see whether it is working or not. So for checking, I'm gonna preview it from the browser side and server side as well. Okay, I'll click on connect. It's loading. Just wait a little bit. Still loading. You can see over here page view event. So tags fired for GA4 server side for Facebook conversion API as well. So let's do all of the events. For example, I'm gonna choose this product to choose. Maybe this vanity bag. Then let's add this product to the cart. Let's click on view cart button. You can see all of the events are firing from the server side as well. I'm gonna click on checkout. I have provided the billing information, so I'm gonna click on place order. Order has been placed, so you can see browser side events are firing. Okay, and let's go to the server side container. So purchase event is working for Facebook conversion API and GA4 server side. So I have excluded these parameters and post 302. So you can see over here, those are the informations we are passing: request URL, content type, user agent, location, and everything, response body. So everything is working fine, everything is working properly. It has firing status, green status. Then begin checkout is also working for GA4 server side, view cart, then view item, view item list. Okay, select item. So everything is working fine, everything is working properly. So this is how you can set up GA4 server side tagging. Okay, so this was a comprehensive tutorial. Hopefully you have understood how to set up GA4 server side tagging. Okay, so hopefully you have liked our hard work, and if you like our video, then you can consider subscribing our channel, following our page, and additionally, if you need to set up any kinds of conversion tracking, server side tagging for GA4, Facebook conversion API, Google Ads conversion tracking, LinkedIn conversion tracking, Twitter uh, conversion tracking, TikTok pixel setup, then you can contact us. We have provided our uh, contact informations, like you can contact me on WhatsApp. Okay, then we can work for you. Okay, so yeah, that's it for this video. You have a good day. Bye bye.